Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do it actually is going to be a quick live stream tonight because we've got some place to go tomorrow. So we're going to just try to touch on a couple of things tonight. And I think what we're going to touch on first is the fact that Disney doesn't even like Kylo Ren.
Well, no,
funny.
You're not allowed to make jokes about Kylo Ren being a baby.
You're not allowed to make jokes. So we wanted to pop on and talk about this article. This actually came up yesterday on IO9. Disney wouldn't let Wreck-It Ralph 2 joke about Kylo Ren.
Well, everybody else is.
Yeah, everybody else is. So apparently they wanted to make a joke about Kylo Ren. I mean, this is another division of Disney Animation. And they said this is coming from IO9. Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Traffics is an irreverent sort of film to collide a bunch of properties together, yada yada. Oh, and it's coming from IGN originally.
Yeah, okay. I told you that earlier.
Yeah, okay. I grabbed the wrong article. Okay, so they said that one character in particular was marked as off limits for their desired mockery. Kylo Ren, the fearsome and complicated villain of the new Star Wars movies. I don't think he's that fearsome.
I don't think he's that complicated.
I don't think he's that complicated. And this is what the producer's saying, the director's saying. At one point, we had a joke about Kylo Ren being kind of a spoiled child.
Oh, he is? I mean, come on. That's a joke? That's why I took it.
We went to Lucasfilm and said, here's what we're doing. And they said, well, we prefer that you don't show him as a spoiled child.
But then why did they already show him repeatedly as a spoiled child?
Oh, you know, he is our villain, and we prefer that you don't do that. So we were respectful of that.
But then why do they keep portraying him as a spoiled brat who has temper tantrums and lightsabers the walls?
That's a good question. So it sounds like, I mean, even in other divisions of, it sounds like oh, hello. We got people coming in. Hello, everybody. It looks like even in other divisions of Disney, Kylo Ren is kind of a joke. So again, this we talked about this earlier about how compartmentalized Disney actually is. So Disney Animation is not Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm is not Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios is not Marvel Comics.
Right.
So you basically got a whole bunch of different companies under one umbrella. But yeah, so Lucasfilm's like, we'd strongly suggest that you don't make fun of Kylo Ren because
that's okay. Everybody else is.
Everybody else is.
I mean, come on, seriously. You could take a shot every time there's a temper tantrum and be drunk by the end of the first one.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's yeah, and I actually think I think Disney probably would have gotten away with it, but Lucasfilm's probably like, well, we've already got fans that are making fun of Star Wars. We don't need to be making fun of Star Wars. From within the company, we have to present a unified front, make it look like we're all on the same page, even if we're not. Even if we are not. Hello. So yeah, this is a really interesting article. Let me put a link to that. Let me put a link to that in the chat here. Yeah, Kylo Ren, not going to be the butt of jokes in this movie. He's been the butt of jokes in 2 previous movies. So, anyway, there are more rumors surrounding Star Wars Episode 9.
There are. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. God.
I wasn't even gonna do any more Star Wars videos. Like, I am so burnt out on Star Wars at this point. But I thought, you showed me the Kylo Ren article. I thought that was freaking hysterical that other people in Disney are even like, let's make fun of Kylo Ren because he's
you can't make fun of him.
You can't touch him.
You can't.
He's our OC.
He's our villain. He is not a spoiled child. He's complicated. That's what you say anymore. When people call you names and they say, well, you're a Nazi or whatever, say, no, I'm just complicated.
Yeah. Somebody said, Ryan said about Bowser Jr., what happened to the Koopa kids? They disappeared from Mario lore forever. I'm really disappointed. I think they were new Super Mario Brothers, but.
Okay, so what are you going to go on about now?
So this is all parallels. Oh. This should not surprise anyone because, Episode 7 was Episode 4.
Yes, and then
Episode 8 was Empire kind of turned on its ear, and now Episode 9 is apparently going to be a retread of Return of the Jedi.
Right. It's funny because they said they got yelled at for being too safe on the first one because it was pretty much just A New Hope. And then they said, we decided to go all out there for the next one, and it's like, no, it's pretty much the same thing backwards, and you went too far out there, and now we're going to go back to the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which actually was my favorite. Most people like Empire. Jedi was mine.
I mean, pretty much Empire and Jedi are like 2 halves of the same kind of film.
I know, but everybody was like, I like Empire. I like Jedi.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. I think people are coming around. And Return of the Jedi, now, I'm old enough to remember because I'm old. Did I mention I'm old? I'm old enough to remember back in the day.
You're never allowed to be old. They always blame it on me for being old.
Okay, I'm not allowed to be old. But back in the day, Return of the Jedi was the Phantom Menace of the 80s. Like it was cool to hate Return of the Jedi. I remember there being entire Star Wars fan magazines dedicated to thrashing Return of the Jedi. Which looked,
but I liked it.
You know, then the prequels came out. It was like, oh, Return of the Jedi is a masterpiece, but the prequels suck. And then the sequels came out. And now it's like, the prequels actually weren't so bad, were they? Prequels were actually pretty good, weren't they?
Compared to some of this, yeah.
Okay, so all the parallels between Star Wars 9 and Return of the Jedi so far, yeah, I think we're gonna get a retread. I don't even know how they're gonna wrap this thing up because the sequel trilogy is such a mess. Director J.J. Abrams is keeping Star Wars Episode 9 story shrouded in secrecy because he's probably making it up as he goes because all of that...
Well, they said it's all improv.
It's all improv.
So they probably don't know where it's going to go.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be hilarious? Just like,
let's
just call all the actors in and it's going to be like, whose line is it anyway? We're just going to make it up and, you know, here's a prop lightsaber. Just do something with it.
Yeah, but then
I'm going to chuck it over my shoulder.
And they have to fit, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? I do agree with Matt Decker. The Clone Wars did fix the prequels. Actually, the Clone Wars made the prequels better. So Return of the Jedi, blah, 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 blah. We're criticized for being by fans for being too similar to their predecessors. Moreover, The Force Awakens was branded as mere remake of A New Hope.
Pretty much was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Due to the fact
it's not a Death Star. It's bigger.
Yeah, due to the fact that it featured the death of a mentor figure, a canyon-based X-Wing run, a planet-sized superweapon. This is not a new phenomenon, rather is one that George Lucas perpetuated when he oversaw the series. Not really. Actually, other than a few story beats, not much in the prequels mirrored.
No.
There were some similarities with, Anakin losing an arm, Luke losing a hand.
Yeah, a couple things, but most of it wasn't.
But for the most part, I think the prequels were pretty original. Behind the scenes featurette, the prequel trilogy, Lucas famously declared, it's like poetry, sort of. They rhyme. Yes, they rhyme. It's not a cover, okay? Yeah. There's a difference between rhyming and a ripoff. And, this explains why many traits reoccur across the saga. The loss of Anakin and Luke's right hands during their second films serves to underscore their familial ties and how human mistakes are repeated throughout history.
If you do something, your children automatically, like, if there would be an accident and I'd lose my hand, of course my children would have to lose their hand because,
it's only fair.
It's all it's from the family.
There was a freak accident, kids. After dinner, we're taking you out to the woodshed, and we're gonna cut your see us live the woodshed. We're gonna take you out to the woodshed, and we're gonna go get a hacksaw. We're gonna make it just like mommy.
Match.
We're gonna match. Then we're going to go get matching outfits, too.
Mama can't wear bracelets. You can't wear bracelets.
Yeah, that's right. You can't do anything Mama can't do. Okay, this explains by, man, curse, blah, blah, blah. Last Jedi's decisive, deconstructive take on the series has opened plenty of opportunities for J.J. Abrams to explore. No, it hasn't. They closed off everything. But that hasn't stopped him and fellow writer Chris Terrio from mining Star Wars' illustrious past.
Great.
Here are all the parallels we've noticed so far between the final chapter of the original trilogy and the final chapter of Disney's trilogy. And they haven't brought this up, but there was a rumor that Rada the Hutt was actually going to be in this one.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. A couple months ago, they talked about the much despised Rada the Hutt from Clone Wars, the Huttling, or whatever he was called. Yeah. So we're going to have another Hutt, I guess. Resistance will be on the run once again. Over the course of Star Wars' most popular installment, The Empire Strikes Back, the titular
I hate that word.
antagonists scattered our heroes by riding their head out on Hoth, blah, blah, blah. As such, the first act of Return of the Jedi was heavily focused on the rebellion as they regrouped. No, not really. It was basically an hour of them trying to save Han badly. That's basically what it was. It was they saved Han badly. From the ending of The Last Jedi, we can surmise that Episode 9 will find our band of heroes at a similar disadvantage. After all, the Resistance suffered heavy casualties. Over the course of The Last Jedi, they did. Kind of, I guess.
Well, it's okay. Holdo saved them all. She just showed up out of nowhere and did something that, no one ever thought of ever.
They lost Holdo and Tico's sister and, guess some other people I don't really care about. Okay, so they were so few in number that all their forces could fit aboard the Falcon. That is true. They could all fit in the Falcon, so there's not a whole lot left. Certainly, they need droids. They need a droid army. They need to build a new droid army. Certainly, in light of several set photos, it seems that Finn and Poe Dameron's troops are stretched pretty thin. Holdo's maneuver may have deprived the First Order of their reinforcements and a few fair Star Destroyers, yet in spite of this, and Kylo Ren's humiliation at the hands of Luke Skywalker, is that what it was called? He was punked. He was pranked. It's widely assumed that at the beginning of Episode 9, the First Order will be in a position of power, much like the Empire was some 30 years prior. And they're going to wrap all this up in one movie. First Order is going to come to power, and they're going to wrap all of this up in one movie. Episode 9 will feature freaking Ewoks. Will feature a force planet just like Endor.
It's not going to have Ewoks, though.
No, Return of the Jedi saw Han, Luke, and Leia fighting the Empire in the foliage-filled moon of Endor because it was cheap to film in the Force. Okay, it said that they're talking the last installment of the sequel trilogy is going to take place in Black Park in the UK, which closely resembles kind of dense jungle that the rebels went through to storm the. So basically, they're in the woods. They're in the woods. They're in the woods. There's not many of them, and they're in the woods.
Yeah, Kylo was threatening until he took his helmet off. I was like, why? Yeah. Why did we lose the helmet?
Desert World will also appear in Episode 9. It said that we can surmise that Rey could be returned to Jakku in Episode 9. This is interesting. First and foremost, of these would be a fake conclusion.
Can ask me an interesting.
If Rey set foot in Jakku again, she blows it up. Way of emphasizing just how much she's grown. No,
blah, blah,
she
blah.
really hasn't. A new lightsaber. Well, considering they freaking thrashed Luke's lightsaber, such safe to assume that Episode 9 will find our hero Rey constructing or having already constructed a new lightsaber to combat her foe. Is she gonna use the crystal? Is she gonna take both halves of Luke's lightsaber and turn it into like lightsaber nunchucks?
I don't want about the picture. I don't know.
Oh no, that's from the other one.
I don't know. I just took medicine to make me go to sleep, so I'm not exactly talking a lot.
It's like she's like, I am done with Star Wars.
I have to get up really early, so I took pills for sleeping, and I'm just like, hey, I'm lucky to be sitting upright.
Kylo's Clone Wars caused monumental destruction of the lore. Yeah, okay. So, okay. So what else we got here? We'll just go through these here really quick because Geeky's like, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep, but we got to talk about Star Wars, which is putting me to sleep. Return of super weapons. Looks like they're going to have new super weapons. So that means they're going to have a bigger Death Star again.
So, no, Star Killer. And so this time, so it's not a planet. It's getting big as a galaxy.
Thanks to Making of Star Wars and the Art of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, we know that a lot of the scenes, the stock footage, the cutting room floor scenes that they're going to use for Carrie Fisher, they revolve around a cut subplot involving something called the Warhammer.
And Leia was going to use it.
Yeah, Leia intended to use this creation in the Resistance battle with Starkiller Base. It was not on the same power level as the First Order's weapon. It could be reportedly crushed through Star Destroyers as if they were Tinker Toys. So they're going to have the Warhammer.
They have Tinker Toys in that universe?
They do. A mentor will fall. Yeah, because, we got to kill off Leia. So it seems she would have assumed Leia's... No, we can now gather that Episode 9 was set to capitalize on Leia's growing closeness with Rey. She was knocked unconscious for the last movie. Did she even talk? Did she talk to Rey for like 2 lines? Maybe. Which viewers last saw when they sat together in closing moments of The Last Jedi. Moreover, it seems that she would have assumed the role of Rey's mentor, instructed the young warrior in the way of the Force, which we had no inkling she had that much control over until she flew through the freaking air. Regrettably, with no Fisher, the trick sound of that story can never be realized, so we're going to get stock footage. Wait, 21 crazy details about Princess Leia's body. Oh god, no, I don't want that. The defining aspect is Kylo Ren's redemption. I don't want him redeemed. I want him dead. He's annoying.
Well, they have to redeem him because he's
Han and
Leia's kid.
No, they don't. Yeah, we did have the Bruce Lee, the end of the Skywalker saga. But like Return of the Jedi before, Episode 9 has already been touted as the final Skywalker-centric story. No, they'll go back to the well. Give them another 10 or 20 years. This was revealed Lucasfilm's official press release for Episode 9, no pressure, which outlined the movie's cast and crew. As serious as this may seem, it's a sentiment that we've already heard before, despite occasionally mentioning various ways that he had considered expanding Star Wars central story, blah, blah. George Lucas never committed to telling more tales involving Han, Luke, and Leia. So basically, they're talking about tying up all the loose ends in Episode 9 of the sequel trilogy and the entire saga. I don't know how they're going to do it. There's too many loose ends.
Well, like, just ignore half of them like last time, or just, they're dead. Problem solved. you know, or something else.
They just blow everybody up.
There you go.
The freaking end. Star Wars, the final battle. Everybody dies. That's what they're going to call episode 9. Everybody dies.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Episode 9. Everybody dies. Kylo Ren cries. Okay.
Well, he's dead, so he can't cry. So
he cries as a Force ghost. So this is just gonna be a train. I really think episode 9 is gonna be a train.
Look, he looks like
wreck.
a spoiled child right there, too. Boy, you can't have him be a spoiled brat.
All right. So what's the other thing we're gonna talk about? People were mad, I guess, because they canceled. No, I don't want you to give me anything. They canceled Iron Fist, which shouldn't surprise anybody because it's pretty terrible.
I didn't see the second one. We watched
we got
part
bored.
of it.
We got bored.
Still have to watch
And,
Daredevil, though. I haven't had time.
No, we haven't had time. Maybe we'll watch on the plane. So they canceled Iron Fist, and now they've also canceled Luke Cage.
So people immediately were like, oh,
Heroes for Hire. They're
Yeah.
going to put the two together because, you know, like peanut butter and chocolate and... No, that came out wrong. Peanut butter and jelly.
Well, maybe Luke Cage was the peanut butter. I mean,
maybe.
I'm just saying.
But no, here's the thing. They don't have, those two guys don't have any on-screen charisma. Like, together, chemistry. There's no chemistry there.
They said that after they canceled Iron Fist, they weren't going to do any more cancellations of the Marvel characters, and they turned around and did this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So Iron Fist, yeah, we didn't get the whole way through Iron Fist season 2. I actually got bored. So no, what is going to go on here is, there's a couple things. It could be for business reasons. That it could be that, Disney doesn't want any more of these, spin-off shows because they want to save, the Marvel Universe for their streaming service, which is possible. And they could just be, or Netflix could even be sticking it to Disney and just be like, we're not going to promote you on our network. We're going to cancel these shows. Or it could be Heroes for Hire, which...
yeah, but they said they kind of basically... There's a quote that kind of is like, said, at this point, there are no plans for owner Marvel to resurrect Luke Cage on the upcoming Disney streaming service.
Okay, that's very cryptic,
but
though.
Yeah, I do. But being that the Simone Mystic co-star crashed Netflix in its first season opening weekend in September 2016 and had a very well watched and well received 13 episode season 2, it could be a sweet Christmas, as Cage likes to quip. So it's like, we have no plans, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, really that's what people wanted to see was Heroes for Hire. I just don't think, going by Defenders, I don't think those two had a lot of chemistry, and they really need to do the kind of the buddy cop superhero shtick. I think they got to have chemistry together. And I'm not saying either one is terrible. The two together, I don't think they really work that well. I actually thought that, the scenes with Daredevil and with Iron Fist were stronger than the scenes with Cage and Iron Fist. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here with Netflix. I've kind of checked out. On other than Daredevil, that's the only one I really care about now. And Defenders I watched because it was basically like Daredevil season 2.5. It really was. It was basically just season 2.5 of Daredevil was what it felt like. And I still haven't seen The Punisher yet. I haven't watched Punisher yet.
No, we have time.
Don't have time.
We gotta watch these.
So that's what's going on there. And I just don't know what's gonna happen. And I don't know if I really care that much at this point, to be honest. But I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Heroes for Hire at some point down the road. So.
I think they're like, oh, we're not gonna do that, but we might. Oh, we're not saying we're gonna do that. We have no plans that we're announcing, but wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice?
So I think that's what they're thinking.
So mostly,
I do.
Yeah, I think so. That makes the most sense. It follows the comics, and plus, you're consolidating shows. You've got.
I know. We're jumping.
Oh
Stranger Things season 3. Yes, next summer. They moved it to next summer. Even though I do think the mall idea is gonna be great.
I think it's gonna be cool. I think they moved it because I think Millie Bobby Brown got more expensive, and they probably had to shoot around her schedule now.
Of Stranger Things.
What about Stranger Things? Oh yeah,
what do you mean? What about Stranger Things?
Okay, so Stranger Things. So we're gonna be in Orlando next week. Travel bloggers, remember that's what we do. We travel, and I'm going to be. Let me see. We're gonna be at Halloween Horror Nights on.
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Okay. Whatever day
Wednesday.
that is. Okay. The 24th. Wednesday the 24th.
You're trying to go to the Stranger Things house.
Yeah, we're going to try to get into the Stranger Things house. I might be waiting a while. But I'm going to be going with Squid King. And maybe we'll do some live streaming I don't know if we're going to stream the Stranger Things house, but we could probably kick around Universal and do some live streaming. So this is one of our many disappearing acts we wanted to pop on here tonight before we disappear. And we do, like, once a month tend to check out for a week. And people are like, where'd you go? Did you die? Did you quit your channel? It's like, no, we didn't. We got busy doing day job stuff. So
yeah.
And yeah, so we're gonna be there. They moved Stranger Things due to litigation.
Oh, that could.
Oh, because of the
because...
Montauk experiment or whatever it was called. Supposedly they.
Oh, the guy who said he wrote it first.
Yeah, he said they wrote it
because I guess he showed it to them, and then they came out saying, "Look, we got this great idea," which does happen. I'm not saying that happened here, but I know for a fact that does happen.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be around. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of videos this week. I do have a couple pre-scheduled. We have a really cool game we just checked out, and I played that with Squid King. We're going to do that, and we'll try to do a couple of live streams from the parks. Maybe we'll go over to Hollywood Studios and
try to show you what's going on with the Star Wars.
Show you what's going on with Star Wars.
Where all the money's going.
Yeah, where all the money's going. This is Disney's money hole. We're gonna show you where the money is. We'll go over there and kick around, and we'll kick around Universal for a while, and it'll be an interesting week. We're not gonna be complaining about too much this week.
Try not to.
Wait for Friday, then we'll complain.
We'll see what happens. You know, I can't promise. If some breaking news comes out that I don't like, mostly about She-Ra, I probably will have words.
Yeah, Matt Deckard says I have golf cart. See, the medicine starts kicking on me too. Golf cart privileges on the Universal lot. Cool.
I don't know if he's being serious or not.
I don't know. I don't know. He might be, because I know he works in Hollywood. I think he works in Hollywood.
Well, he's about going karaoke, which I would love to.
Yeah,
do
I would.
I actually do sing, so
we do go to LA a couple times a year. So yeah, we might have to do something. We'll do like an LA meetup or something. That'd be kind of cool. I'm sure we'd get some interesting people. Some people we probably don't want to meet. You know?
I'm sure you probably will.
It's like, oh, Clownfish TV is coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready. I bet the next Marvel Netflix show will be Squirrel Girl. It'll be dark and moody, bullying in college, fighting Kraven and Galactus, and played by an actress with thick thighs. I think she's going to be on the new Warriors on Freeform. Freeform's that's like the CW version of the Marvel shows. It's I haven't watched any of the Freeform shows.
Nah,
I have no interest, none at all. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to let you know we're gonna be disappearing for a few days. Don't worry, we're fine. We're all fine here.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we're fine. If we don't come back for like 2 or 3 weeks, then you need to worry. Then check the news. So wrap this one up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out our Patreon. We launched a Patreon. We're going to be doing some live streams here. Probably once we get back, we'll start doing some exclusive Patreon live streams. If you're looking for books, go to shopgeeky.net.
Well, we can't ship them until later in the week.
We can't ship them until we get out, but we do have some books left. And we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Have a good week.